Hey there, it's Raven Scry. Today I'm feeling the full moon energy quite strongly as we approach it. And I'm going to do a reading where I just open up to spirit and let whatever they want to share or show come through. I just feel like I was going to navigate into a different style of reading today, but I just feel like they keep pulling me back to the presence of this full moon energy. And so I'm just going to offer what it is they wish to bring through. Okay, so opening up now to spirit. Now, straight away, I'm taken to a snake. I'm taken to a snake that is moving in a very big, how can I say, sort of like ups and downs, slithering along. It's very big, thick-bodied. There's red on this snake. Now, I feel as though, I connect to its energy and it's very overwhelming. It's like its strength really comes in here. And I feel as though it's connected to some sort of earth energy, So as I connect more deeply to it, it's like I can see that it's coiling up. It's like it's going around and around and around, and it's like it's creating this little coil energy. When I say little, that perhaps is the wrong use of words. It's tightly coiling this snake. And they're referencing it coiling to a point and then jumping. It's almost like it strikes, because I can see the tongue as well. It's like a jump and it strikes, So it's very, it's got a lot of velocity with it, this movement. Now it's interesting because as I connect to this, and I say it's like it's striking on some level there. I can see its tongue coming out, but it's being met here with, it's like a bird. I'm seeing like a bird, and this bird is reminding me of a hummingbird that's yellow, and it's like a little beak comes to meet with the snake's tongue. And it's like on some level it's like they're meeting or they're kissing. I don't think they're kissing, but it's like they're meeting tongue and beak, which is very interesting. So this snake has coiled tightly, and then boom, jumped up and is like meeting tongue and beak with this bird. And it's interesting because this bird is bringing my attention to Queensland area of Australia, and precisely Cairns. And I also feel as though this is taking me back about 2 years ago within timing. There's some relevance there. Okay, so I'm just going to allow this scene to be, and just ask clarity on what's being shown here. Help us to understand what's being shown here in this scene and the relevance to the listeners. They're showing parts of the earth now, and they're showing parts of the earth cracking, and it's like they show a map of like states that seem to be somehow separating from each other, in the way this is coming through. And I ask, what's the significance here of them separating? I'm just hearing broken intention. And it's like there's something that's crumbling and falling away. I can hear this. It's like I can hear something crumbling, like a rock wall. It's like I can hear the rocks falling, and it's almost like something's going to fall here. before, the side of a rock wall, and if something's about to slide, there is these, you can hear a few little rocks falling just before it happens. So it's sort of some sort of landslide kind of energy here. And they're saying steep descent, steep drop. It's interesting because it's just putting me right into the present moment. As I connect to this, it's just like aligning me right now in the present moment with that point. Saying there's further places to travel, there's more to see. Okay. Talking about end of cycles and beginning again, fresh and new. Like they show the ending and the fresh beginning, this beginning that's just starting. I just ask, is this fall connecting in with crypto again? It's a lot deeper than that. Big descent. Steep descent. Okay. All right. Can you help me to understand what's the relevance with the snake and the bird and then this falling rock face? Can you help me to understand how they're working together? Talk about a movement of energy. There's a shift in energy that's taking place. And it's saying it's beyond what we know or even can understand. Talking about trouble in the system, but it will go soon. And then an ending to that. It's a complete collapse. And they just show ground flat. I ask, is this a collapse? Is this a collapse of the crypto market? Much more than that. Ending of the old. Breaking down, reset. And they're showing me like a skeleton now in the earth. It reminds me of if you were to eat a fish, a full-bodied fish, and at the end, I know this is a bit gross the way it sounds, but it's like the spine, you pull the spine from the flesh. It's like it's and it's across the dirt, so it's like it's pulling up from the earth and like bringing up all the dirt as it's pulled out. It's like it's causing some sort of upheaval as this sort of like a backbone is pulled out of the dirt, is how it's shown. And I want to say it feels sore, like it's raw, where it's been pulled out of. All these crevices that are left is like these raw, aching feelings. And I want to say, they transfer this into bodies. It's like I'm feeling it in my body now and in my veins. There's an ache here. It's like feeling the resonance of this, what's taking place here on the earth in the body. But it feels very much like an upheaval, It's like a ripping out of a skeleton, a ripping out of the old structure of it. It's like, and it's coarse and raw. And it's, gonna need some time, because it's the ending of something, moving into the new. And I just want to ask now, with the snake reference, help me to understand that more. They're talking about an eruption first. And they're talking about gold, like the golden gold, they say, gold. It's like there's this eruption. And this is somehow connected within the way the snake coils up and sort of pounces. It's like it's I don't even know the right word, but it's like it's building, coiling energy, and then jump up to sort of strike is the way that it feels. But with sort of strong intent, quickly, and it's met there with the bird, as it does. So it's like there's this strong movement before this other kind of thing takes place. Now I ask Spirit, is this crypto? Like, is this connect? Because I feel as though they're saying it's beyond crypto, but I feel as though it's very connected in with crypto. It's like they show me reference to the bird, and the bird is, it's like a hummingbird. It's like one of these birds that I don't know exactly what they're called, but the ones that stay still and are flying, but it's like you can see them almost humming with their wings, moving them so quickly, but they're still. And this bird is doing that. And I want to say, I feel as though it is like a place that this snake moves up to, and there is this stillness, and it's almost like a pausing in time, a moment in time, before it's going to change quite quickly, is how it's being shown. And they're talking about collapses here, and collapses of structure. Help me to understand a little bit more insight here about what's being shown, Spirit, and the relevance to this reading today. Talking about the end of a cycle. Okay, they keep talking about this end. And then I hear it's a trap. It's a trap. Unseen, something's unseen. You better believe it, you better be ready. It's going to move quickly. Strike. They say like strike. And they're showing me a bowling game as well, of like someone's playing bowling, 10-pin bowling, and they roll the ball and they get a strike. It's like, it's lucky, it's a lucky feeling here in the way that this comes through. Okay, I'm just going to ask, is there anything more here? So I feel as though it's all blending a little bit. Anything more to be shared out of anything that's been showed or shared today? Anything to add before we finish this session? They're just talking about being led and guided by your own heart. You'll know what to do. Talking about taking profits. It's like talking about taking profits, be ready. But it's like it's confusing, the timing of all of this feels very confusing, because it's like they speak of this absolute ending, but almost a collapse, but it almost feels like something crazy is going to happen first. But it's being shown in a very strange way to me. So just give the information as I get it, and you can make sense and piece it together as to the way you feel it will flow, because it doesn't really serve to engage my logic too much here. But it's just like they show me these parts of what's going to take place, and they are quite significant, both of them. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it there. And I'm going to head over to Patreon to go a little bit deeper and do an extended. So if you'd like to join me over there, please do. Otherwise, I'll see you guys again soon with another video. Raven Scry signing off.